first views of Maui. Here we are, oh Maui. Check it out, it's Maui. Maui, 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 Maui.
Welcome to Stelbot Adventures.
Wowie Maui.
Good morning and welcome to day 2
of our Pride of America cruise around Hawaii.
We are docked in Kahului, Maui.
Maui. I can't pronounce that title, that other town, whatever.
And today we're going to rent a car and go explore the island.
We are going to Enterprise and then starting our enterprising trip around the island, into the mountains, into a national park, and all of that fun stuff.
So let's get going.
See what we get up to.
Haleakala, we're coming for ya.
We have just gotten into our quite new Jeep, only 2,740 miles. Woo-wee.
Right, and the walk to Enterprise was like just over half a mile.
Yeah, it was quick. It was short. Nice and quick and easy, breezy, like nothing at all. Most of it was like in a fenced in area just to get off the port, and then it was like an extra, 300 yards and we were there.
Yep.
Had to cross a nice street, so we had to go to the traffic light to get across easy, but other than that, no problem whatsoever.
So our plan for today is to go to Haleakala, go to the visitor center first, get a map, turn onto the Haleakala Highway, and figure out what kind of hikes we want to do, and see what else there is to do.
Yeah, check out the national park.
It should take us about an hour to get to the visitor center. I think, if I remember correctly, it's about 37 miles up.
We have 34 miles to go.
I'm wondering if that's why it says
And now we're at
37 is the route.
7.7 miles. Turn left onto Haleakala Highway.
All right.
Observation area, checking out the stars and shit like that. We made it up to the visitor center of, how do you pronounce this?
Haleakala.
Haleakala National Park.
7,000 feet elevation.
In about, 15-20 miles? I don't know.
Yeah, something
It's
like that.
I believe I just read something that said it's one of the highest elevation gains in the shortest amount of mileage.
So from sea level to the summit is 37 miles.
And over 10,000 feet high. Pretty crazy.
And we'll be doing that within an hour's time.
We already changed from the air conditioning to the windows. I already added an extra layer if you noticed.
Currently 66 degrees.
So yeah.
We stopped at the headquarters visitor center first.
Yep, got the lay of the land. We used our annual park pass
Thanks, Mom.
to come on in. Saved us $30. Nice.
And now we're heading to the summit, or the Haleakala Haleakala Visitor Center, which is at the summit, because that one closes at noon, so we want to make sure we get there.
When we got to the ranger booth, we also got a map, so we have a general idea of what we're doing. There's a couple of short little hikes at overlooks that we will probably try maybe on the way back down, so that we make sure we get into the other visitor center. But Pretty cool so far.
And we have been above the clouds, but now it looks like we're going to be driving into a cloud shortly.
It's not breezy up here. It's 60 degrees here at the summit, about 10,000 feet up. Make sure you bring layers. We're gonna go into the visitor center and then take a little stroll up that way. Let's go.
And the visitor center is behind me over there.
So we just stamped our national passport book, and they have a little certificate that you survived this 37-mile drive.
And here's the overview of the entire national park. It's huge. We're up in this upper summit section here, but it actually does go all the way down to the Pacific Ocean. That's more of like the back roads area. So we drove up this road right here and got into the visitor center and continued driving all those switchbacks. And we are currently up here at the Haleakala Visitor Center. We're going to do this short little hike to the summit there.
We have gone up in elevation almost 10,000 feet, so you do want to take it easy so you don't get some elevation sickness or throw up, whatever.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah, I almost hit the ground running, and then I was like, whoa, Nelly! I had to slow myself down.
Take it easy, know your limitations.
Yeah, just because it says 0.2 doesn't mean I need to run it like a marathon.
It also said if you, medical help is about an hour away, so,
Yeah.
you know.
So we're going easy.
So that drive over my shoulder that you'll see, looks like it just ends in like a little lollipop or almost like cul-de-sac thing, and then you come back down. But that's probably cool just to see it, just say we've been to the summit anyway.
Yeah.
Close enough, why not?
know it's pretty windy up here for you to hear us, but we are standing at the edge of a crater. Imagine just, you know, a couple of thousand years ago, Earth decided to be like, poof, I'm gonna explode. Let's make Maui.
Crazy.
Nature is amazing.
And all those colors and everything too. You got the red, you got a little bit of green, you got all those tans and browns and everything. It's pretty amazing. And a lot of the overlooks at different parks, you have a lot of green and green and green. This one you got a whole bunch of different colors, and it's like striations and whatever. All those little bumps and hills out there.
And even these rocks here. Volcanic rock. And over there is a little sand trail. They say it takes twice as long to get back up as it does to go down
It
it.
looks like it goes miles because you see it going around and around, then it disappears, and then it shows up, then it disappears and around.
Yeah, we're not doing that thing. Especially at this elevation, we're sticking to the short trails.
Yeah.
We've only been here a couple hours. At this elevation, 40 minutes. So our bodies aren't quite used to doing strenuous stuff at this altitude.
First time I went to Denver, definitely overdid it hiking with my brother, and threw up on the top of the not Great Smoky, what is that? Rocky Mountain National Park. So I learned that lesson.
Take it easy. You're not in a rush.
No.
You're not gonna win a Lamborghini for visiting every single bit in the
We're
park.
not?
Nah, sorry.
Oh man. This is so cool and freaky. I think this might be the only place on the planet that it exists. The silver sword thingy. So weird. I love it.
So we are officially at the summit of Haleakala National Park at 10,023 feet. And if we go this way to the overlook, you can see the Pacific 10,000 feet below, which is where we came from earlier today. So there's a NASA observatory over there that tracks everything that is in our orbit. And then there's another observatory over there. Alright, so we're currently here at the summit, and we're gonna go past the Haleakala Visitor Center, and the first stop is gonna be this overlook. Then we're gonna continue down, we're gonna go to this overlook and do a short trail there, which is about a quarter mile.
So Kalahako Overlook, and then Lelewi Overlook with the short trail.
And then after that, we're gonna hit the visitor center again, and then probably call it a day from there. Nature is pretty freaking cool. Here we are 1,000 years later, after at least 7 volcanoes erupted, and then over the course of time 3 islands connected together to form what is modern day Maui. And we're just walking in craters and over old bits and bobs of hard lava. It's a national freaking park. This is our next stop, the Flying Bone. Take a short walk to the edge of our world. Quarter-mile nature walk. We gotta cross the road and walk into the clouds. Pretty cool. ranch wall. Instant weather. I like these glass walls around the overlooks. Gives you a little break from the wind, and yet you can still see out. We have left Haleakala National Park. We are headed down the mountain towards the shore.
It was nice up at the top. It was cool up there. It was pretty nice. Got some nice little hikes. The views spectacular.
Absolutely.
Very colorful. Very
Picturesque.
yeah, rugged. Different things going on.
They were, we did as many of the overlooks and the little hikes as we could do. There was a couple of longer full-day hikes, which obviously we did not do.
Oh yeah, I think I read that there's over 40 miles or about 40 miles of hiking in that park. We did like one and a half. So, you know.
Right, and at that elevation too, we're not used to it. We don't want to be hiking an 11-mile trail that's going to take 6 hours to do.
We got a show on the ship at 6 and 8. We got dinner on the ship at some point, but really doesn't matter too much.
And since we're overnighting in port, technically we don't have to be back on board until tomorrow at like 4:30.
Right.
Obviously, we'll be back on tonight.
Right. We have the car until 8 to 8:30. So we
Yeah,
got some time.
we're gonna
Ooh.
return it before that.
And horses on that side.
We're in the ranching area.
Yep. Which I never knew there were ranches on Maui. Seems odd, but whatever. Makes sense. What do I know?
Yeah, there was definitely some points earlier just driving up the mountain that when you looked out and you saw like the mountain in the distance and all this like farmland and ranch, it's like, am I in Wyoming or am I in Hawaii?
I can see the ocean.
That was cool. All the way at the top of the summit, like 10,000 feet up, we were able to see the Pacific Ocean
Yeah.
right below us. We decided to stop at a little beach, a little public beach here.
Baldwin Beach Park
So we flew 5,000 miles to go to a beach
in Baldwin.
in Baldwin. So we're just sitting here enjoying the waves, enjoying the sun.
Enjoying each other's company. Thanks for joining us in Maui.
If you enjoyed today's adventure, please give this video a thumbs up.
Please comment, what have you done on Maui?
Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
Why haven't you?
And we'll see you
On the next adventure.